Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel, and welcome back to the Peninsular War. Today we are going to fight a custom scenario between the Brits, led by General Robertson himself, and dictated by the AA. I am back in a moment. That try to conquest the hill and the woods on the hill on the right and the farm of the left. These two spots on the ground are the vital objectives of this mission and grant 3 victory points each at the end of the game to the player who control it, to the side who control it in this case. And any defeat is added to the point scored by the side. The forces are a division of British composed by 2 brigade of infantry and a small brigade of cavalry. So starting here to the troop detached to conquer the farm, we have the main forces composed by a light dragoon and a heavy dragoon as a main force of attack, and the reserves, the support unit, are 2 line battalion. This is the Gordon Highlanders. They are veteran, both elite in melee and tenacity. 1 unit, the 1st rifle, Scots rifle, on column of march to stay in peace with the reserves, and 97 Glasgow light infantry in open order, and the artillery, and the 95th rifle detached to control with their heavy rate of fire the middle of the board. They have elite into shooting. And then on the right side, another brigade, the Gordon Highlanders, the 40 and the 32 line battalion, and the 51st light battalion in open order. A detachment, a company of the 60 riflemen, and a 6 powder as support. The A select a left flank attack, so the major push is on the left to take the farm, and the reserves are deployed to support this attack according to this. And in case they will change the attack, it move into an equal attack on all the 3 sides, and this is for the AA and the Brits. This time the defender is always General Division Merle and O'Merle, and 2 infantry brigade, 1 detached to this side, 3 line infantry, 1 leger, 1 detachment of voltigeur down here, and 1 gun in support, field gun, and a unit of downgraded voltigeur without any upgrade. In the center, 2 cavalry, the 5th Hussars and Lancers at the moment, an horse artillery detached to the cavalry, and another brigade of infantry, a leger, 3 infantry battalion, and 1 battalion of grenadier. A detachment of voltigeur led by General Boselton, and here General Gaston. 1 infantry brigade per side, in this case the central one and the central one here are upgraded elite melee and tenacity. And that's it. Now we're going to see who is the first to go. The first activation is for probably the Brits. Yes, it's for the Brits. So we're moving at the first turn for the Brits, and I'll recap at the end of it. The first turn for the Brits is over. They drew the 4 stubborn cards, as I take here. According to the strategy, they take an aggressive movement towards the main objective, so the cavalry move at a double and threat both sides of the farm, while the infantry move at the double in line. At the double, this unit here It is light infantry in open order, so it may enter in a defendable terrain and exit in the same turn. Fields grant cover, but not slow down infantry, and all the woods are considered defendable terrain. This is the movement. The 95th Rifle occupy the fields in the center. Artillery is moved forward, ready to deploy. Sadly, the right brigade failed to activate, so this is not a good start for the Brits, which are now delayed in their movement to conquer the wood over the hill. And that's it for the Brits' turn. Now it's the French first turn. The second turn for the French is also finished. The 1st Brigade of Infantry move forward toward the objectives. They remain outside 18 inches with this unit, which is in line of sight of the Light Dragoon, so remain outside 18 inches. The same did this battalion in attack column here. This unit of Voltigeur, the detachment, have enough movement to occupy the farm, so they are pretty safe inside the building. The cavalry may charge, but is not a good idea even against a detachment. The light, the Leger move forward and reform. Cavalry move 18 inches from the Light Dragoon and the fire of the 95th, and their horse artillery has been deployed, and even this brigade, the Bosartan brigade, failed to activate, so they give back the gift that the Brits has gifted them. So on the left side, no one seems to really want to fight, not at the moment. The situation is quite hot on the other side of the wood, because at the moment the two forces hastily converged on the farms. And now moving to the French second turn. For the cards, the Brit drew the 2, so they have to reshuffle that card into the deck. And nothing else happened. Now it's the second turn of the Brits, and I'll be back in a moment. Second turn is over. Not many events to report. According to their strategy that forced the Brits to go aggressively on the left side, the Heavy Dragoon here has moved forward, treating the French right flank, and the Light Dragoon in the center move slightly forward and are in range of the charge from the Hussars, but they act as a lure because they may force the Hussars to charge them, and then the fire of the Brits will be devastating. So I will decide it, but the card suggested to move aggressively forward, and I stick with them. The same here, the Brigade of Infantry move forward toward their objective. The 1st Rifle reform into line, and they essentially arrived at the edge of the farm fences. The Light Infantry reform and forming a supporting center with artillery and 95th Rifle will move slightly forward. The brigade on the British right activated thanks to the overall commander and move forward. The detachment of riflemen occupy the woods. The light move and reform, and then the infantry fall over. Just the artillery is not yet unlimbered because it moved only 12 inches. And now moving to the French, and I will see if I want to charge and try to overcome the fire or something else. I'm back in a moment. The French reacted to the threat of the Dragoon, assuming square with the 2 of the battalion, while the Light Brigade, the battalion, the Leger, move outside the possibility of being charged by the cavalry across the field and align themselves to the fences. some pop shot from units using their skirmisher put 2 casualty into the light dragoon, and the horse artillery put 2 casualty into the 51st on the hill. This brigade also activate and move forward. French disperse their formation and take one line with the veteran infantry and move a column of attack on the left side. Now the woods is occupied, they have to retake it, so no array is needed at the moment. Don't want to waste my resources. So this is essentially what happened in turn. For the French, the cavalry used their cavalry and moved forward, but not charge, because it's a nonsense. Now I see what the Brits will do with their EA. And that's it for the French turn. Moving to the British turn. The British fire from the artillery and the 95th put 5 casualty on the 5th SAR. The strategy is charge, so before rolling to charge for the light dragoon into the Weavered Hussars, they have to take 2 valor tests to stay in combat after the fire, and then we'll see. The fire from the British down here take 1 casualty into the Leger, and the skirmisher fire from both the 1st Scots and the 39 take 1 casualty to the detachment here. Now the strategy dictate, as I said, to charge, but before this the 5th SAR will take a 2 valor test on a 3+ due to the fire. They both pass the valor test, so now is the activation, and the 1st brigade that activate for free is no, cavalry is not for free because it's outside 24. So the 1st brigade that activate for free is the brigade down here. I'll back in a moment after the movement and to resolve the fight into the middle. So the cavalry successfully activate, the light dragoon charge into the 5th SARS, and the heavy dragoon move forward to threat all the French flank and force the French to react to this move here. But the rest of the brigade advance as per their strategy, and they are going to start a firefight against the French Leger and to fight for the conquer of the farm. But now we have to fight between these 2 cavalry. The light dragoon have a 3 attack, and so they have the hussars. But the hussars have a brigade support, while the heavy dragoon have not. So the light dragoon overrun the hussars dispersed and crash into the voltigeurs, which are not the best target to a second charge, even from a Weavered unit, because they are in open order and they are a downgraded unit. So essentially in this term the hussars, the dragoon still have 4 attack hitting on a 5+. Usually the light the voltigeurs have 3 attack, they are downgraded, so they are 2 attack, they are in open order. The British rule of that strong force, the British cavalry who has won a melee, to overrun and charge the closest unit behind them if possible. And it is possible. They are weavered, so not in the best shape, but luckily for them they charge a unit of voltigeurs in open formation, so it is a very unpredictable result here. The light dragoon still have 4 dice. Usually the voltigeurs have 3 dice, but they are downgraded, so then 2. They will reduce for 1 dice if not in cover, so luckily for them they are in cover. 4 dice against 2. on a 5 for the light dragoon, on a 4 for the voltigeur. They received the bravest skirmisher, French skirmisher, will hold the charge or being overrun by the Brits. And they are horribly overrun by the Brits with 3 hits against nothing, crush the voltigeur, which rout immediately against cavalry, and this put an end to the fight because they do not use headstrong more than once. They are withered and they are 1 over the total, so I keep this out because they won both the combat. And now I remove the voltigeur. The Brits are in a very bad spot, but both brigades need to take a test, a Valor&Fortitude test. The Cavalry Brigade is on a 4+, and it passes, and the Infantry Brigade is on a 3+, because they are more than 5 units, but are far than 12 inches from their leader, so on a 3+. And they fail miserably, so all the unit within 6 from the enemy will take casualties, and 1 defeat for the General de Brigade Gaston. So the French in this right side of the field shoot with both square and with the support of the voltigeur into the farm, into the dragoon, causing 2 casualties. Then the Leger cross the barricades, take safe position against cavalry, and assume open order to avoid being shot to death by the Brits on the other side. And thanks to the barricade, they cannot charge in a single move. And here both infantry and cavalry charge the light dragoon. On this side, the French take their assault position, supported for the moment by the Leger in front, and move forward on the side, ready to storm the woods with the grenadier. The only fighting in this melee, in this turn, is this melee between the line lancers, the supporting infantry, again the withered light dragoon, which I'm going to resolve in a moment. The French drew Ville d'Empereur as a card, so 6 inch of extra movement for 1 brigade that is not at the moment completely necessary. So we'll come to the fight. Line lancers have 4 dice plus 2 for the supporting infantry in melee. The light dragoon has only 4 dice and they are withered. So the French hitting on a 3, hitting on a 4 because the supporting infantry have 1 casualty, and the light dragoon hitting on a 5, no reroll. Or 1 hit on the line lancers, and the Brits take 4 hit from this melee. This means 4 valor test, which I'm going to take in a moment. 4 valor test, and they are miserably fail. The light dragoon is gone. This put an end to the French turn and to the melee, so the cavalry brigade have to take a fortitude test, which is at a 4+, because there is no bonuses, no more than 5 units and far than 12 inches from the overall general. On a 4+, they fail, so another casualty is put on the heavy dragoon, and the light one are routed. For the main building of the farm, the poor French voltigeur got 2 dice plus 1 because they defending a building. The Gordon Highlanders are a veteran battalion which are in line and have support for their brigade partner unit, plus 2 dice for the dragoon supporting them. The dragoon taking it, so all the unit involved hitting on a 4 plus, rerolling 1 for the Brits, rerolling nothing for the French. So we see the French fight back and put 1 casualty to the Gordon Highlanders, but take too many casualties from the Brits, and they are automatically routed by the presence of the cavalry itself. So even if they fought so bravely, they will be slain on the spot. Per rules, a unit can occupy a defended terrain, but we assuming that an entire battalion cannot enter in a single building. So the building is clear, it's no more in French hands, but the Gordon Highlanders and the cavalry stay where they are. And another fortitude test for the infantry brigade, which now have 3, 4, 5, so still +1, is not within the 12 inches from the overall commander, so it is a test on a 3+, which is passed. No defeat for the Brits at the moment. And now is the French turn to try to retaliate the British, and we'll see what is happening in a moment. The square still fire into the dragoon, but both misses their prey. The Leger open fire against the Brit, but thanks to the cover they hit just 1 time. The infantry move forward, and so did the cavalry that are threatening the British side and the British center. The horse artillery has taken a movement after put a casualty with their fire into the Black Watch on the hill, and in the Fate phase this unit is promoted to Les Grugnard with the card and successfully rally, so take 1 casualty out and is no more wavered. The line move forward, the grenadier charge into the woods, and the firing line put a casualty into the 32 Brits. Now moving to the unique melee of the game, no cards for the French. Grenadier has 5 attack. They are in attack column, so they roll 1, and they get 1 attack dice in support from the Leger inside that has taken a retreat. The Leger down there is moving back and reform into column of attack. This 60 rifle has 3 attack, 2 plus the 1 for being in the wood, and +1 to be supported by their partner units outside the woods. So the Brits hitting on a 3, the French hitting on a 3, re-rolling 1, the Brits hit on a 4, re-rolling 1. So I can roll 1. It's 5-8 for the French and nothing for the Brits. So 5 hits on the 60 rifle means that they are just 1 casualty, means that they reach their tenacity with 1 casualty, and there are 4 more valor tests. 2 of them are failed, so they broke their position, and the grenadier occupied the woods, and it is a fortitude test for the commander, which have more than 5 units, but is far than 12 inches from the overall commander. So it's a test on a 3, and it's passed. No defeat for the British, but they lost the control of the wood on the hill, moving back to their turn to see what they are able to do now. What a firing start for the Brits. They did what they usually do the best, and it is shooting. The smoke rise all across the British line, to casualty in the French line infantry down there, 1 casualty into the grenadier in the wood. The combined fire put 2 casualty in the line. The 95th Rifle obliterate the artillery position, which is routed. The fire into the middle, wavering the line lancers. Down here, the The fire put another casualty into the Leger, which are now being charged by this unit of cavalry, which have enough movement to charge across the fences with the barricade. And then the 69th Regiment of Infantry charge the column of attack of the French in the middle. And first of all, fortitude test for the broken artillery is on a 3+, and which is a fail. So this means that all that unit down there within 6 inches take one casualty, and some of them is no more in a good shape, and then fighting the melee. No one need to test, so I put them later on. I'll fight the 69th infantry against the French. The French have 4 attack. They are taking one hit, so they strike back on a 4+. They have no support because the Leger is engaged, so no support for attack. The 69th is 5 attack, is supported by the 1st Scots, 6 attack in total, and the Brits play Scum of the Earth -1 to the Valor test if they have to take the test during this turn. So 6 attack hitting on a 3 against 4 attack hitting on a 4, both rerolling 1. Rerolling 1 and the cork dice. So French put into 1 attack and taken 1, 2, 3, 4 casualty. Take 4 casualty. This mean they've got 1, so 5 they take a Valor test because they is 1 over their top and they are not the veteran unit. And the test is on a 4 and it's a failure test, so the unit is broken. So the test was on a 5+, not even a 4. So 1 fortitude test at the end, but now the heavy dragoon that must charge the Leger. Leger usually have 3, but they are in open order, so 2. They are in cover, not at the moment, so 6 attack against 2. The cavalry hitting on a 4, rolling 1. 2 attack is in, 2 casualty inflicted, just 1 taken back. The cavalry is withered, but the Leger is broken, and due to the rule they have to charge, and the first unit inside to charge is the square, so it's going here now, removing the casualty and put the right token, and back in a moment for this next melee. Withered heavy dragoon is charging a square, so first of all, can they attack? Yes. Incredible. They forced their way into the square, so 6 attack for the heavy dragoon, and the square of 4 attack. They are the veteran, no is not, so 4 attack 5 because it's the square. They are supported by the other square, so 6 against 6. Probably the Brit is not in the best position at all, but we will see. French have no useful card at the moment. The Brits hit on a 5, rolling 1. The square hitting on a 4. Wow, I can't believe it. 4 attack, 4 hits for the Brits, and so oh no, I'm over too happy. 2 attack for the Brits and for the French. I was excited that the NIA are going to win against a human being, even if the human being I am. So the Brits need to take 4 valor tests for their cavalry on a 4+. And they pass all of them. It's absolutely incredible. I never had such a result with the Dragoon. They fall back, and they fall back approximately here. They're weird, but they are still into the fight with 2 casualty to put onto the square, which hold but cannot manage to dislodge the Brits. And that's it for the British turn. I have to take 1 French turn, but it's the last one turn of the game. I play for the sake of fun, but it's a British victory is on the horizon. And anyway, 2 more fortitude tests for the French, 2 battalion destroyed, and now they have 50% of the brigade broken, so the test is on a 5+. 1 is passed, 1 is failed. Another defeat for General Gaston, and this end the turn of the Brits. We'll see the last turn of the game. The time is over, is almost 2 hours that I'm playing, so the last turn of the game, and then the point for the battle result. The French fire hit the cavalry, which pass another test and stay where they are, and on the hill they try to put some casualty to evaluate a charge into the Black Watch, but just 1 casualty is not enough to risk another defeat, which is not so impossible. Just in the center, the cavalry is charging the side of the 69th. Thanks to the stubborn car, they remove their withered status and 1 casualty. So this is the last melee of the game and the last moment of the game. 4 attack for the Lancers into the Brits, and 4 attack for the Brits. 3, but they are in line. 4, but the 5 they are line. But they have to take 2 out, and then the bonus, and 1 more because it's charging on the side. They have their attack because they are charged on the side. They are hitting on a 4+, rerolling 1. They hitting on a 4+ without any reroll. So we'll see if the Lancers can save their glory, their honor of the field. I suppose it is 3 hits from the Brits and just 2 for the cavalry. So no, they cannot, because the cavalry lose the game and have to take 1 test, which pass. They are not routed, but they fail to break the Brits' stubbornness. And this is the end of the game. I'm back in a moment for the recap of the final situation, but it's a pretty clear British victory, so the AA has won the game against the French, and this probably shows that French need to be the attacker in order to win a bloody game. Back in a sec. The woods is in the hand of the French grenadier, but the farm is in the hand of the British, with no possibility for the French remaining to contrast this, and so the final result is 3 points for the French, all in the woods, 6 points for the Brits, 3 for all in the woods, and 3 defeat inflicted to the French. So it is a victory for the AA, victory for the British, which start to attack and take their objective, at least 1, but inflict enough casualty to the French to force General Merle to fall back and rethink again its strategy. Okay, that's it for the battle rap of today. It's a very fun one. It's unusual for me to use French in defend, and probably this cost me much, but I'm happy to see that the high system works, and so it is a victory for the adjutant introuble. Okay, thank you for watching. If you like the video and the content, please subscribe and press the like button below. Again, bye bye and see you soon.